Let's embark on an epic journey through the lesser-known corners of the pantheon, unraveling 5 war gods that you probably weren't familiar with. Without further ado, let's discover who these warrior deities are. Hachiman, the god of war and divine protector of Japan. In the vibrant Japanese mythology, Hachiman, known as Hachiman Jin or Yahata no Kami, plays a prominent role as the god of archery and is frequently associated with war. However, his influence goes beyond the battlefields, precisely designated as the protector god of warriors. This unique deity incorporates elements from both Shintoism and Buddhism, weaving a rich spiritual tapestry in Japanese culture. The name Hachiman carries an intriguing meaning, God of the 8 banners. This designation traces back to the 8 celestial banners symbolizing the divine birth of Emperor Ojin, connecting Hachiman directly to Japan's imperial history. His presence as the divine protector of Japan and its people underscores his importance beyond the military scene, encompassing the crucial role he plays in the spiritual safeguarding of the nation. Hachiman is often symbolically represented by the dove, serving as his messenger. This connection with the bird highlights the duality of this deity, adored by peasants not only as the god of war but also as the god of agriculture. Fishermen, too, place their hopes in him for abundant catches in their nets. The complexity of Hachiman transcends the boundaries between Shintoism and Buddhism, standing out as a revered figure since ancient times. In Shinto religion, his legends intertwine with the historical figure of Emperor Ojin, the son of Empress Consort Jingu, dating back to the 3rd century. The fusion of these traditions provides a deeper understanding of the spiritual and cultural richness that Hachiman brings to the Japanese pantheon. In summary, Hachiman is more than just the god of war. He is a multifaceted deity embodying protection, spirituality, and a connection with Japan's imperial history. His legacy endures, continuing to influence not only military aspects, but also the everyday lives of the Japanese, perpetuating his significance in a spiritual world filled with symbolism and traditions. Maru, the celestial god of war in Maori culture. For the Maori, Maru is more than just a celestial spectacle. He is regarded as an Atwa, a supernatural being, a sort of rock star celestial entity that makes special appearances in the sky. Much like comets, rainbows, and lightning, Maru is seen as the visible form of a deity, and the Maori know, when he appears, it's time to pay attention. This celestial god was invoked and appeased when the Maori needed extra strength to aid or protect their people. It was akin to calling upon the local superhero for action. If a village needed a celestial shield against negative influences, Maru was the go-to guy. But that's not all, folks. Beyond the celestial show, the Maori derived omens from this cosmic wonder. If Maru appeared in the sky as an arc behind a moving warrior party, it was a sign of good luck. If the appearance was somewhat peculiar, a bit missing something, misfortune was in store. And guess what? Maru wasn't just a pretty face in the sky. He also had his human seers. Maru's oracles delivered predictions through individuals who served as conduits for the cosmic god of war. Oh, and there's more. Maru has a somewhat complex history of relationships with other gods, especially with Haere and Kahukura, the personified forms of the rainbow. It's said they were an inseparable trio, but something happened, and there was a rather dramatic separation. So the next time you spot a celestial light flickering in the sky, know that Maru might be saying hello from above. And if you're in Maori lands and see the red demon shining, don't panic. It's just Maru indicating that something somewhat ominous is about to happen. And if you're adept at it, well, it's time to start a ritual to ward off danger. Kratos, the muscular titan who maintained order on Mount Olympus contrary to what many may think, Kratos, the god of war, did indeed exist in Greek mythology, but unlike the famous protagonist of the God of War game, in his mythical version, he served Zeus and was not his son. Picture a muscular guy with a serious expression and a determination that made even the gods tremble in their sandals. That was Kratos. He was the Titan, the son of the powerful Styx and the imposing Pallas. The family wasn't small at all. In addition to Kratos, there was Zelos, the brother of rivalry, Nike, the sister of victory, and Bia, the sister of hatred. Quite a group, right? Kratos was basically the embodiment of, let's settle this with sheer strength. If there was someone to impose order on Mount Olympus, that guy was Kratos. He was like the god's security guard, always ready to punish those who challenged divine authority. No talking, just action. One of the most famous stories involving this tough titan is the saga of Prometheus. Imagine this. Prometheus, a daring titan, steals fire from the gods to give a helping hand to humans. Zeus, the boss of Olympus, wasn't thrilled with this idea and decided to give a fitting punishment. That's where Kratos comes in, along with his partner in strength, Bia. They were the ones tasked with imprisoning Prometheus on the famous rock on Mount Caucasus. The sentence? Every day an eagle would devour his liver, only to regenerate and start the process again at night. Sounds like a pretty hardcore punishment, doesn't it? This story not only showcases Kratos' brutality, but also emphasizes how crucial he was in maintaining divine order. Challenging the gods was not a game, no sir. Despite not being the most famous god around, Kratos had his significance. He ensured that things didn't spiral out of control on Mount Olympus, guaranteeing the supremacy of the gods over humans and other creatures. Huitzilopochtli, the Aztec god of war who shines like the sun. Huitzilopochtli. The name might be a mouthful, but this guy's power is even more impressive. Just picture this. Huitzilopochtli is the son of Coatlicue, which translates to the one with the serpent skirt. You can already tell this family wasn't your average bunch, right? His name, Huitzilopochtli, means the blue hummingbird on the left. I know, it got me confused too, but this god was responsible for war, storms, and nothing less than the sun itself. The story of his birth is like something out of a movie. His mother, Coatlicue, was doing her sacred thing on the Serpent Mountain near the city of Tula. Then, a bunch of hummingbird feathers fell on her, and bam! Huitzilopochtli was on the way. But his sister, Coyolxauhqui, and about 400 other siblings didn't fancy the idea and decided to spoil the plan. But hey, Huitzilopochtli wasn't in the mood for nonsense. He was born and grew up quickly, already protecting himself with a stylish blue armor. He grabbed a cool scepter shaped like a serpent and went after his sister, chopping her into pieces. The other siblings didn't escape either. Thus, our beloved god became the leader of the Aztecs, giving them pointers on where to found their city. If you happen to be in Mexico and come across a representation of Huitzilopochtli, you'll see a guy all in blue, with hummingbird feathers on his left leg and a scepter that's pure style, shaped like a serpent. Even the eagle represents the courage of this incredible god. Things got serious when it came to sacrifice. War prisoners, beware, because they were chosen to fuel the strength of this warrior god. Badby, the Celtic goddess of chaos and death in Irish mythology. Let's delve into the realm of a goddess who meant serious business on the battlefields. Badb. Also known as the battle crow, this Celtic goddess was the embodiment of chaos and death in Irish mythology. Let's immerse ourselves in this mystical universe and learn more about this incredible figure. Bab was part of the formidable squad of the Morrigan, the triple goddess of death and prophecy. But she wasn't just any goddess. Though she could appear in the form of an old lady, don't be deceived. She was the harbinger of death, terror, and fear on the battlefields. Think of a goddess who didn't mess around, and that was Badby. Now check out this connection with her sisters, Macha, Nimain, and Anand. All of them were linked to ravens, those birds everyone associates with death and mystery. Badby wasn't alone, it was like a heavy rock trio with the Morrigan sisters. The family dynamics were intense. Her mother was Ernmas, the goddess of agriculture, and her father, none other than the druid Kailatin. Get this, Badby was a goddess married to Nate, another war god. But wait, it doesn't end there. According to myths, she was also married to the god Dagda. This woman was quite the character, huh? Badby is so relevant that she's still in the game today, associated with the Banshee, that somewhat ghostly figure that, according to legends, heralds death. And there's more. Badby is like the Leonancide, the fairy woman. Just imagine the rich tapestry of stories this goddess carries. To wrap it up, Badby wasn't just a warrior. She was also a respected prophetess. Alongside her Morrigan sisters, they formed a trio that commanded respect on the battlefields and in prophecies. Badba, or as it said in Irish, Bebe, was a true legend of Celtic mythology. I hope you guys enjoyed this journey through the 5 war gods that probably weren't on many people's radar. If you were tuned into these cool myths, drop a comment and let me know which one you found the most awesome. And hey, if you're a fan of epic stories, powerful gods, and want to dive even deeper into this incredible universe, I've got a fantastic tip for you. The book based on the famous game God of War. That's right, those intense adventures of Kratos are now in book form, with details and stories that will immerse you even further into this mythological world. So, don't waste time, folks. The link to secure your copy is right there in the description. I guarantee it's a treasure for any mythology and gaming fan. Dive into this reading and live this unique experience with the God of War. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel to not miss any mythological content, and hit that notification bell. Stay tuned because the time of mythology is always coming around here. Thanks everyone, until the next adventure.